Margaret and Eleanor Holloway were 14-year-old sisters in Portsmouth, England during the spring of 1902. Completely ordinary girls who attended church every Sunday and helped their mother sell flowers at the harbor market. Until April 3rd, when photographer Arthur Webb captured their portrait, and something impossible happened that would leave investigators baffled for over a century. The photograph shows two identical girls in white dresses, standing in Webb's studio garden. They're smiling, normal, cheerful teenagers. But if you look closely at their eyes, there's something unsettling. Something that shouldn't be there. Because according to every witness present that day, the moment Webb's shutter clicked, both girls stopped speaking. Permanently. Medical science in 1902 had never documented simultaneous, spontaneous mutism in healthy individuals. Neither had modern medicine. The twins had arrived at Webb's studio at exactly 2:47 p.m. He noted the time in his appointment book. Their mother, Sarah Holloway, accompanied them. Webb later testified, "They were chattering like sparrows, laughing about a boy at school. Eleanor was mid-sentence when I said, 'Hold still,' and triggered the flash powder. The explosion of light was routine, nothing unusual. Magnesium powder, standard for indoor photography. But when the smoke cleared, Webb noticed something wrong. The girls stood frozen, mouths slightly open. Not breathing heavily from surprise. Not blinking from the flash. Just silent. Mrs. Holloway spoke first. 'Girls? Eleanor? Margaret?' Nothing. She touched Margaret's shoulder. The girl's skin was ice cold despite the warm April afternoon. Eleanor's pupils were dilated to pinpoints, impossible in the dim post-flash lighting. Webb tried waving his hand before their faces. No reaction. No flinch. It was as if they'd been switched off like electric lamps. Within 20 minutes, neighbor Catherine Morris arrived, having heard Sarah's screams. She found both twins sitting rigid in the garden chairs, hands folded identically in their laps. "Their eyes followed me," Morris wrote in her statement to police, "but not like normal tracking. Both sets of eyes moved in perfect synchronization, like clockwork dolls. When I moved left, for eyes shifted left at precisely the same instant. No human siblings moved that identically." The phenomenon escalated that evening. At 8:15 p.m., the family physician, Dr. James Holbrook, examined both girls in their bedroom. He recorded pulse rates. Margaret 41 beats per minute, Eleanor 41 beats per minute. Respiration, synchronized to the second. He wrote, "I observed for 30 minutes. Their chests rose and fell in absolutely perfect unison. I've delivered hundreds of twins. I've never witnessed biological synchronization at this level. It defies physiological independence." He tested reflexes. Both girls' knees jerked at identical angles. He shone light in their eyes, pupils constricted in mathematical precision. Temperature readings, 94.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Both of them, exactly. Dr. Holbrook attempted everything. Smelling salts, loud noises, pain stimulation. The twins remained silent, moving only in mirrored perfection. He consulted colleagues at Portsmouth Medical College. They had no diagnosis. No medical text documented this condition. One professor suggested mass hysteria, but the girls showed no signs of distress, no elevated heart rates, no perspiration. They simply existed in eerie, synchronized silence. On April 11th, 8 days after the photograph, both twins walked downstairs at 6 a.m. Simultaneously, identical steps. They sat at the breakfast table, picked up their spoons in perfect mirror movements, and began eating porridge. Their mother sobbed with relief. But neither girl ever spoke again. For 63 more years, Margaret and Eleanor Holloway lived in complete silence, moving through the world in unsettling synchronization. They died on the same day in 1965, March 3rd, both at 2:47 p.m., the exact time their photograph was taken. The last photo still exists in Portsmouth archives. Modern neurologists have examined the case files. No explanation exists for simultaneous, permanent selective mutism with behavioral synchronization in previously healthy teenagers. No similar case has ever been documented. The flash powder was tested, standard magnesium, nothing unusual. Webb's camera was ordinary. Yet something in that frozen moment changed the Holloway twins at a level science still cannot explain. What could cause two independent human minds to merge into synchronized silence? Subscribe to explore more mysteries where photography captured the inexplicable. Remember, some moments change us in ways that defy every natural law.